we live? Because this funny screen popped up. Look and see if we're live. Yeah, I guess so. Jerry's on there. This is gonna look really goofy.
Why is it going to look goofy?
Are we live?
Yes.
Okay. Can you hear us?
Can you hear us? Can you hear very well? Jerry says, hey, y'all.
Huh?
Jerry says, hey, y'all. Can you hear us, Jerry? Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. We're doing good.
Buddy says hi.
Say hi, baby. Huh? Oh, hey, Robin. Good. Like I said, wanted to check because that's a problem that we have sometimes is the sound, and my voice is not the greatest today. As you can see, it's raining, raining out here, so we decided to work from the back porch today, but that's okay. At least it's not as hot back here. And I said, actually, it's not as hot outside since it's raining, but we just thought no sense in having to run back in if it starts raining hard, so we just set up out here. Now, Jerry, I haven't been yelling at Skip, but the thought crossed my mind a couple times. It's just the weather. For some reason, when it rains like this, I get froggy, and it's probably allergies. I don't know. Hey, Joy, Keys, William. And I said, when we set up like this, we never know. Actually, we never know what we're doing. and I said, so we don't have a model on here that says go. And I said, every time we set it up, it does something different for some reason. It's a YouTube thing. It's not us. So, but at least now that I know you can hear me. And I said, Skipper disappeared again. He does that. He sets it up and then goes get these cookies. You might tell him that could be why he has the tooth problem, although it doesn't do any good to tell him. Gargle with some rock salt. Well, I never heard of that, but like I say, it's just the weather. It does this. Like I've got a voice like an old trucker anyhow, and when it gets rainy like this, I said I get gravelly. Oh, how is everybody today? Like I said, this is like I said, kind of a dreary Wednesday. We've had rain all morning. Buddy and I went out this morning for our walk, and the farther I went, like I said, I went first by myself, and the farther I went, the harder it rained, and so I turned around and come back. And when I got back, he expects to go out, and so he was there waiting on me. So I took him out, and it just kind of went to a real fine mist. It wasn't bad at all. But he likes to play in the mud puddles. For somebody that don't like water, he likes to play in the mud puddles. So he was soaking wet by the time we got home, and not because of the rain. It's because of the mud puddles. So. And I'm pretty funny about not letting him. I don't let him in anybody else's grass. To me, that's kind of rude that you let your dogs go on somebody else's grass. And trust me, dogs will go when they have to go. Doesn't matter whether they're on grass or not. All my dogs has been curb trained. They will go on the curb or on the street. They don't necessarily have to be in somebody's yard, except for my yard. I let them in my yard, but I just don't let them in other people's yard. For one, you never know what anybody's sprayed on their yard. Everybody around here has a company that comes in and sprays this or sprays that. I know what's on my yard, but I don't know what's on everybody else's, so I don't let him in anybody's grass but mine. But it's not really hard to do to curb train them. You just don't let them in anybody else's yard, and you got the leash, so you can take them where you want them to go. Because I said when it gets ready to come out, it doesn't matter whether you're on grass or not. I've had so many people tell me, well, my dog has to have grass. No, they don't. When it wants to come out, it doesn't matter where they're at. ask your floors about that. Yeah, so, but anyhow, we went, by the time he got back, he was soaking wet, and then he took a long nap, and I said, I was thankful, because yesterday he didn't nap at all. He was just, I don't know, just keyed up all day long, wanted to play, and I was trying to get something done, and I said I would have to quit every few minutes and throw the ball for him to keep him busy. But today, as you can see, he's playing with his toys, and he's not any problem at all. He's picked up a really bad habit, and I think from the where we go for pet play, he's picked up a habit of whining. He doesn't bark, he whines. It's like a kid, I'm telling you. But yeah, it's he's getting bigger. He's growing all the time, and he looks so much different. I looked at some pictures of him this morning when we first brought him home, and how brown he was. And now he's not got a bit of brown on him. He's white with a little bit of gray, and then his ears are turning blonde. Who knew? Oh, you like this tray, Robin? This is a thrift store find. It's one of those catch-alls. You know, you put everything in it. I did not actually notice that was on camera, but yeah, that's what it's for. We put it in there, and it catches all the debris out here on the lanai. Oh, Desmindy says, "Hi, y'all. I told Ira you went live, so he wrapped it up."
I was not supposed to go live on the same day that I go live.
Well, evidently he did. So, but he wrapped it up. So, well, thank you, Ira. Bless your heart. And no, Ron, I wasn't talking about Skip. I was talking about Buddy, but, you know.
Nobody cares about me since Buddy come along.
Are you jealous of the dog? Jerry Bell wants to know if you got money from the Tooth Fairy.
From a tooth fairy? I didn't lose any teeth. I was saving them.
Oh.
Not sure it was the financial smartest thing that in the world I ever done, but we'll find out.
Yeah, we still haven't got a bill.
I ain't got a bill yet.
Yeah, all we get keeps saying that the insurance turned it down, but we haven't got a bill from anybody yet.
They
So
told us that after the first one. The second dentist also told us that.
yes, they have.
They did?
I laid the papers in there for you.
Well, the second dentist, anyway, because the lady already told us when I first went there the very first time. I don't think people talk to each other.
No, they
She
don't.
said, you're going to have to pay for this because I checked, your insurance is tapped out.
Yeah.
She said the first dentist got it all.
Yeah.
That's exactly what she told me. So why the second people are looking at the insurance companies beyond me.
Well, because, you know, that's the thing. They always turn it down. I don't care who it
The
is.
second dentist shouldn't even be putting a claim in because she said I was tapped out.
You just never know. With the details that they do, you never know. There might be a clause in there somewhere that says that you can or that they will pay for it. So, you know, it's always
Yeah,
something.
I just like to get things done and over with because if I decide to take off for a month and then all of a sudden the bill comes in, then what? Am I going to get a late charge because I wasn't here to pay it?
Yeah. And William says you definitely look like you feel better.
Oh, yeah, I feel better now that the pain is gone. The pain's funny, man. If you get really, I don't know how to describe it, not chronic pain, but I guess severe pain, and if you have it 24 hours a day, day after day after day, after a while you don't think straight, you just don't care. Like I said, after 15 days I lost 23 pounds. I have never lost weight like that in my life. And if I'm afraid if I call a doctor, the first thing they always ask is when I say, well, I lost 23 pounds, I go, was it on purpose? Because if it's not, they're going to check you for cancer.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's definitely feeling better, and I said just.
Yeah, I'm feeling better. I'm bitching again, can't you tell?
I was going to say that.
I'm going to turn the fan on.
Turn the fan on. What, are you hot?
Well, it's muggy.
I think it's nice. I said, you know, I love the air conditioning and I hate the air conditioning. I don't know if you understand that or not, but especially when it rains, it pulls in, I think it pulls in more wet air and it just feels colder to me.
Living here is like living in a tropical jungle in the summertime.
Oh, and I bet some of them are having warmer weather than we're having.
I've seen on the news that in the kind of Midwest, I'll say Ohio and then east, is heat wave that they say is going to set all kinds of records for because it's so early in the year. Not that we don't see 90 degrees in Indiana. I've seen over 100 degrees in Indiana in my lifetime. That's not. I won't say it's not usual, but it's not unusual. But I think they're saying because of it being only in June to hit 90 degrees is unusual.
Yeah, and some of the places they're talking about like Bangor, Maine, 107 degrees. I mean, in June, I don't think they ever see that. And I said there's a lot of records broke this year.
But I'm not shocked about it. I don't know why anybody else would be shocked about it.
Well,
They've been predicting this now for 10 years, saying the planet's heating up. This is a cycle we're going to go through. And they said the hotter the ocean gets, the more hurricanes they're going to have, the more severe they're going to be, which is exactly what's happening. Then everybody goes, oh my God, what's happening?
Desmindy says 91 in Northern Virginia, and it's going to be 97 this weekend. Yeah.
By the way, I think it's Virginia. Could be West Virginia. I got the history on you guys. Why is there a West Virginia and a Virginia? I know why, but I'm not going to tell you. One of your governors, it's one of your states, I forget which one it is, yesterday had a special announcement that they were doing away with the mandate about pushing EVs. So they're just doing away with it. They're not going to do it anymore. If they want to sell them, that's fine. If you want to buy them, that's fine. But you have the choice of buying one or the other. They're done with the game.
Good. I mean, I still think the dual thing is the best way to go.
I think people should have a right to choose whatever they want. If they want an electric car, get it. If you want a gasoline car, get it. If you want to buy a gas guzzler car that costs you $1,000 a week in gas, get it. That's called
there.
What?
The door.
Oh shit!
And it's locked.
Is it?
Yes.
Wait a minute! I think your door's locked. Wait a minute!
We got
Gotta
company.
get up.
We got company. And that's one thing when we get hooked up,
Take my shoes off. Oh my God.
Here, boo-boo.
Come on.
Come on,
I'm
boo-boo.
looking for you. Get on in here.
Come
Yeah,
on.
but my shoes are closed. We don't give a shit. It's the back porch.
Yeah, it's good. Oh my goodness, you brought food?
I brought the cookies now. It's not food from Karen.
Scoot over.
Bless your heart. Bless. I had your soup the other day.
Yeah,
Oh,
scoot
Skip
over.
says no more food.
buddy, come here, honey. I have to get the treats out. He doesn't mind without the treats right yet, so
Did you scoot over?
I did.
Whew. We're gonna scoot over some more,
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
How you feeling?
Is this
Scoot
enough?
over. Push the chair out of the way.
What's up, Mike?
There we go.
Wait a minute. Well, you might be too far. Here, sit down here so I can get things lined up. Get over against my chair.
Okay. You get the baby. Oh, he got company. Oh, he got company.
Wonder.
Yeah, he always looks for people. He looks for empty garage doors and open garage doors and
I'll
people.
be right back. I'm gonna get the other.
Okay,
mouse.
okay. Yes, yes, you've been good. You've been good. Here, there you go. Be good boy.
How we doing, Sue?
Doing pretty good. How about you?
I can't complain.
Well, I said I tried your soup out the other day. Really, really good.
I'm
Yeah,
glad
I
you
did.
enjoyed it. That was smoked chicken and beef soup.
Ah, well, I kind of cooked the meat out of it, but
Okay.
still, it was good.
Good.
And I said, I said between the two of us, I think we ate it all.
Good.
We really enjoyed it. No, and Kevin was sweet enough to bring us some soup and mac and cheese.
How was the mac and cheese?
I haven't tried that
Okay,
yet.
that's cool.
Yeah, but it's mac and cheese with brisket, you say?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We haven't tried that yet, but, between him and Phil, I don't know who's the best cook, but
I am.
you are.
I know I'm gonna complain, but I don't want to touch the screen. If I touch the screen, it'll shut it off.
Come on. Oh, you come up here. You have to be good.
See?
You just want the biscuits, don't you?
Okay, now we got food. Now we got him. Now we're all on.
Now we good? Okay.
I'm causing trouble already.
Nah, one of these days I'll have an iPad where you can adjust the lens from a wide angle lens to a narrow angle lens. Right now they're all narrow. You can't set the wide angle. There. This is such a professional job.
I think it works.
Y'all love it. Oh yeah, surprise visitors are the best.
I had one guy actually send me an email. He said, Jesus Christ. He says, is this the best you can do?
Oh!
I didn't even answer
Thank
him
you.
back. What are you doing? You know, I said, what do you think this is, CBS?
How's your tooth?
Great.
No problems.
No, it's still a little sore, but I mean, no, it's getting better by the day.
Oh, thank
I
God.
can eat now.
Good.
I got down to
Do you go,
220 something.
Thanks, Jerry.
Forget what, what? I got 220,
223.
Wow.
and I weighed this morning and I was 232, so,
Well, I got you beat by 3.
huh?
I got you beat by 3.
Oh, well, I'm getting my weight back, because I can eat.
Yeah, but you know, he's gaining his weight back because he's eating 3 or 4 ice cream bars
Yeah, I like ice
Oh.
cream.
and Cokes, and you know, he's not eating that much food.
I don't know, I got a Popeye out last night. It's been in the freezer for I don't know
You
how
went
long,
down?
who knows how long. And I put it in the oven, I cooked the thing, and I opened it up, and literally it was just like a bunch of mush.
Oh.
It was disgusting. I threw it away.
Okay, you can get him. But yeah, I offered to fix dinner, and you said you wasn't hungry. And then in the middle of the night, you get hungry. Let's see.
You got it? Oh, I got-
Jerry want to know how was the ribs?
Huh?
How was the ribs when we
ribs?
went to? Yeah, we went to the rib place last week.
I've never had a bad rib there.
Yeah,
They're always great. Matter of fact, people are talking, and I quit talking. I
need a mic.
I just eat the hell out of the ribs. And when I got done, it looked like a dead body was laying on the plate, just a bunch of bones. I love that place.
Hi, Laura.
Hey, Laura. Yeah, you're getting warm there in Chicago too. I know.
And I don't even know what kind of ribs those are. Never did ask. Are they beef? Are they pork?
You know,
I never asked.
I never paid attention because I don't eat it.
Where did you go?
Oakwood?
Oakwood.
Oh, they're probably pork.
That's what I'm guessing because they're short. They're not very long. Where cow ribs are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, KM's listening as she's driving back to Port St. Lucie. She's south of Atlanta now. Well, you got it made now, kiddo. You're south of Atlanta.
Get out of Atlanta while you can.
Yeah.
You like Oakwood ribs?
Oakwood Fire and Grill?
Yeah.
That's my favorite place for years. I love that place.
You've never had my ribs, pal.
I've had so many ribs.
You have not had
In
my
my
ribs.
72 years, I've had so many ribs by so many people to say, oh, you got to have my ribs. I found my ribs.
So-
I'll tell you another one is wine.
I don't-
I drink one kind of wine. That's it. People, oh, but you've never had this wine.
I don't-
Oh, this is the best wine over here.
Hold on. I don't drink wine. But I can cook ribs.
Yeah. Well.
Well, everybody can cook ribs, but that don't mean that they're going to be better than Oakwood.
$20 mine are better than Oakwood.
I could lie and take your $20. That's not even a fair
That's
bet.
okay.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to
You
do
can
that.
lie.
Nope.
Because I know mine are better.
Nope, because if I start lying now, then every time I put up a news thing, people are going to say I'm lying.
Well, and I got to tell you, Phil's is pretty good. I mean, I don't eat meat, but when Phil makes ribs, I got to cheat.
But he just don't cook ribs. He smokes ribs.
So do I.
Yeah, there's a big difference between
yeah.
cooking and smoking.
Yeah. But that's what I say. I cheat because they are so good.
What am I looking for?
I don't know.
Buddy, stop it.
He wants Kevin to pick him up.
Karen made these cookies.
Oh wow! Thank you, Karen.
Why didn't she come?
got things to do.
She's not.
There's no excuse. You got the car. You got the car.
not feeling it.
She wouldn't even get her hair messed up in the car.
She's not feeling that good today.
Okay.
I think the heat is getting to her a little bit.
It takes a while.
It takes
Yeah, it takes a while.
It takes a while.
Yeah. No.
Is she playing pickleball?
She's playing pickleball. She is doing cardio drumming.
Yeah.
She is man. She's doing a lot.
Well, maybe it ain't the heat. Maybe it's doing too much.
Well, it's the heat.
Jerry says she didn't come because she needed a
Quiet.
break from Kevin.
I'll put you out.
Well, that's probably true too.
No, like I said, when you get a lot of things going, that's the hard part, is looking on the calendar and saying, can I do this today? And I don't do that anymore, but it still, it seems like my calendar fills up in no time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't have a calendar.
I know.
My calendar is going to become empty. I put in a hot water tank
Yeah.
the other day.
How old was your water heater?
14 years old.
Yeah, that's probably getting there anyway.
That's why I thought that's probably a good idea.
But you never know. Sometimes they last 20 years. I mean, you just don't know.
So I go on YouTube. I YouTube 3 different guys on how to do it. Okay. So the first thing you do is get a hose. You hook up the hose to the bottom. You release the valve.
Right, you drain it.
Simple enough, right?
Yeah. Well, maybe.
So that's what I do. No water comes out.
It's got a lot of residue in the bottom of the tank.
Got a lot of residue.
Yeah.
The valve is clogged.
Yeah.
So here I am taking a hot water tank down the best way I can. I got to get it down for the other one to go up.
Yeah.
I did it.
Yeah.
I did it.
In case you don't know, most people don't do it. I'm just as bad.
Yeah.
Every year, you're supposed to open that valve.
That is correct.
And take, you can take a coat hanger,
Yeah.
but they got a tool that'll go in there, like a big brush.
Yeah.
You swash it around in there. It gets all that. What would that be in there?
Residue.
Yeah, but it comes from the water. It's
Crystal?
lime.
Lime.
It's baked lime, and you flush that out. I'm supposed to do it in the RV too. I've had this RV for 3 years now. Guess how many times I've done it?
None.
Yeah. And we got something for the RV, I'm assuming. The box that they just delivered?
Yeah, I was cleaning it out, and the screen in the bathroom, because there's a fan there that
Yeah.
you open the vent on top, turn the fan on, and that way if there's any smell, it sucks it out the roof right there. Well, I'm looking at it and I'm going, man, there's a lot of dust and dirt collects there. I don't know why there is, but there is. So I thought, well, I'm taking the screen out, cleaning it off, and putting it back together. I've taken it out before, I just couldn't remember how. So as I take the bottom part of it off, I'm looking at it, and I still can't get it out. And it's still got 2 screws in it, and I can see where the screws are at. And I'm like, well, I've got to go on the roof now and take that piece off up there to get them screws out. Well, that piece is a rain guard, which means I can leave that vent open, and the rain guard goes way over it, and water don't get inside the RV, and it lets fresh air in. So anyway, I went to take it off. It's been up there for so long that the sun's got it dried and brittle. It cracked, so I ended up just tearing it off,
Yeah.
ordered a new one, and then I find out after I tore it off, I didn't have to take it off at all because the screws are on the bottom. It hit me. Oh, I think I know where them screws are at. Go down there, and it's the way they make stuff. It's a piece of plastic like yay thick, okay?
Yeah.
How to put it like this. They'll drill a little place like that. The screw's up here, but you can't see it. You have to feel for this little notch right here with the screwdriver, and then it slides up in there. And I was like, God damn.
Yeah, there's always something. There's always, and nothing ever goes smooth.
No.
And then Skip can fix about anything, but if he gets in a hurry, he's probably going to break it first.
Here's what I was scared of more than anything being over there. And as I get older, I'm more aware of it. I got to get on the roof. And you know, it rained all day. The roof could be a little wet, a little slippery. And if I fall off of here and break my neck, who am I going to call?
I understand.
Ghostbusters.
There's nobody over there. Nobody patrols this place. You're just going to lay there until somebody comes around. Hey, what are you doing over there?
That's why you should always have your phone with you. Isn't that what you told me?
And then, yeah.
I had it. It was inside the RV on the table.
And then you learn over here so many things. I changed 3 bathroom faucets. Okay, we just changed them. Bathroom faucets.
In the tub also?
No, in the sinks. Bathroom.
Oh, that's right.
faucets.
2 sinks in the main. I got you.
So
yeah.
3.
Yeah.
Because they were so old and they decided it's about time. So the first one, it's no problem. Now the second one, oh boy, here we go. Now you have a cold water side and a hot water side. Now the cold water side, you can unscrew the valve from coming in from the wall.
Okay.
Okay? The water coming in from the wall, you have the hot and the cold. The cold, you can unscrew the valve. No problem at all. Now the hot water, you cannot unscrew. I'm there an hour trying to take this thing off. Couldn't do it.
Unscrew it from what?
From the to put in a new flex line.
But, I mean, where are you trying to unscrew it? From the wall or
From the wall.
Or from the faucet?
From the wall. One with the cold water was fine, the hot water, no good. So a very long story short, I went to Lowe's and he said you have to cut it out with a wrench. A copper cutter. Sure enough, get the copper cutter, get almost to the end of the hose and just cut it out, boom, and then you put the shock bite end in, it just snaps in, and then you hook it up to the faucet, no problem.
You say a lot of this newer stuff, they use things like shark bites,
Yeah.
which I've never used.
Oh, fantastic.
They all tell me that.
Oh my
So if
God.
I had to take mine apart, I don't know if I got shark bites in there or not.
You don't.
I don't think I
No,
would,
you
no.
don't.
The thing that I don't like, how's your shut-off valves like behind your toilet? What do they look like?
Oh, they're the white push and pull. They're terrible.
I hate those.
They're terrible.
I got them too, and I don't like them at all.
I don't like them.
If they ever go bad, I'm replacing them with the,
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Laura wants to know how long did it take us to get used to the Florida summer?
I don't think it took us very long. Because you were coming down every year
Yeah.
anyway, when we had our part-time home. Me, it didn't take me real long because I was used to driving a truck out to California every week, and I was in, driving a truck. You got that
So
sun.
6 months to a year at the
But
most.
to actually get acclimated, I don't know. Yeah, probably about 6 months to a year for the person to kind of get used to it.
Yeah.
But some people are just automatically okay with the hot weather. It doesn't bother them all that much. And then other people, we've talked to them. They came down, decided they weren't going to buy anything in Florida because they just couldn't stand the summer heat.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the way I still look at it, I've said before, I said 3 months or 4 months, however much
Be good.
heat there is.
Be good.
June, July, August, right? Really, really hot.
Oh yeah.
Okay, back where I come from, October to May, the weather sucks. So 3 months with the heat, I can take it.
Yeah.
Well, that's the kind of way we looked at it. Can you deal with the heat down here in the summer, or would you rather deal with the ice storms
That's
up
correct.
north? And we just decided, hey, they got air conditioning in Florida.
Yeah, and Ron Ross says, surprise, surprise, it's hot, it's summer.
Yeah.
Ron Ross, let's talk
More
more
cookies.
cookies. Let's sample the cookies. That's you guys.
Sample those cookies, Skip.
All right.
He didn't bring any cookies out
This is
here,
a question
so.
for me. Meadow 37. Can I answer?
I
Sure.
don't care.
Okay. May I ask Kevin what he's enjoying the most that he's a full-time villager? Wow, that's a
Coming over to my house?
That's a loaded question. Number one, coming over to Skip's house and giving him food and telling him, don't bring me any more food.
Oh, we got two different kinds of food.
You
Yeah, she got these
got
kinds.
3 different kinds.
Oh.
Open up the package.
And she wants to know what you enjoy
Oh,
the most
oh
about
my
being a
God.
full-time villager.
Oh, wow. All right.
Pickleball.
Yep. Okay, let's start with the warm weather. I really like the warm weather. I don't.
Buddy, I swear to God, I'm going to put you up. He smells them cookies.
I don't like the cold. Number one, we love playing pickleball. Man, I play pickleball like 5 days a week, and I have to drive 2 minutes on my golf cart to go play at Fishhawk, 3 minutes to go play at Sterling Heights, and 5 minutes to go to Seabreeze. I've even taken my golf cart, now don't get nervous, Skip, down to Ezeal Rec Center to play pickleball. Takes me about 20
I've had my golf cart there.
Yeah.
Takes me about 20 minutes. So then we play pickleball, and then Karen does too, and then she will do, on off days, play cardio drumming, or does cardio drumming, I'm sorry. Then at night, some nights we'll go play golf, and what we're really getting into is the entertainment at night. We have made so many friends on the entertainment scene. There's a band called Fancy Reagan, Johnny Weil and the Delights, and there's a new one coming out, Daisy Fever. And they are
Stop it.
They're one and the same.
Ah.
They just dress up differently for each show.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
And Johnny Weil, he's 50s and 60s. Daisy Fever is going to be the 70s. And Fancy Reagan, if you like classic 80s rock and roll, man, you're in heaven. And,
I've always heard they were good. I haven't seen them.
we made friends with them. We're going on their cruise September 29th
Oh,
to
cool.
October the 6th.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's just everything is great. The people are nice. I bought a smoker. Now I'm smoking food.
Yes, I keep looking at this food he's cooking, and I'm thinking he must be feeding
And
the whole
you-
neighborhood.
And you know what? It takes 18 hours to cook a brisket, but you put it on the day before at 2 o'clock, and make sure the hopper is filled before you go to bed. Let it go all night long, and then in the morning,
Good.
refill the hopper, wrap up the brisket, and then finish cooking. Then if you want to cook chickens, put the chickens in. If you want ribs, put the ribs in.
Wow.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. And right now you can get bargains at Winn-Dixie. I don't know what it is, if it's because it's summertime, but you can get briskets for half price.
Well, and that's something everywhere around here in the summertime because the winter people are gone.
Right.
So this is when you get the coupons for all the restaurants and the deals at the stores and stuff. You 2 for 1.
Yep.
Everything's buy one get one. And I said this is the time of year because
This is the time of year to stock up.
because of the winter people are gone, so they're making their money while they can.
Oh, yeah, it's unbelievable.
And I'm glad that they give us full-time people that option because otherwise they're doing it for part-timers, but it's nice to know that they'll give you those coupons
Yeah.
in the summer.
And so just, I buy everything on sale, put it in the freezer, and when like my son's coming a week from Friday, and I got some briskets ready to go, and I mean, how could you can't beat it?
No.
Can't beat it.
Create Sunshine says, so glad to be missing that 95 heat on vacation in Ireland this week. Wow.
Oh wow.
Well, I don't know what kind of weather they have in Ireland this time of year.
Did you answer Ron's question?
What do you think?
What village did you move into?
Oh, the village of Buttonwood. Now, Skip wanted me to touch on the medical gig. Remember the last time we were here? And getting doctors and this and that? You don't remember?
No.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
She don't remember.
I do.
I'll tell you,
Cinnamon cookies.
that is,
Snickerdoodles.
that's correct. I'll tell you the truth. Getting a doctor here is like pulling teeth.
Getting a good one. I mean, you can find one anywhere, but
Well-
getting a good one.
Well, I have an appointment July 1st that I made April 1st to see just a regular family DL. So that's coming up. I had an orthopedic lady from the Orthopedic Institute from the last time I was here. So that was okay.
Yeah, 'cause your first visit is the one that takes so long.
Yeah. And for me to find I have sleep apnea and insomnia, I've been to 2 sleep doctors. They don't even want to see me. They don't even want to see me.
Why not?
Oh, because they don't want to prescribe medicine.
That's the problem in Florida. They wouldn't prescribe pain medication for me.
Well,
Yeah.
you
And
know,
when I did get to one doctor to prescribe pain medication, she sent me the least, how you put it, the least, pain medication comes in
Oh, yeah,
different
yeah.
layers. You got light, and then you got medium, and then you got heavy duty, treatments, I guess. She sent me a level 1. I said, what is that? And she said, it's a step up from aspirin. Well, what the hell? And I said, why can't I get anything better than that? And it has something to do with Florida law. They will only prescribe 3 days of pain medications. And then you got to come back and they look at you again. They may give you another 3.
Yeah.
Unless you're terminal. So in other words, if you're dying,
Yeah,
they'll
yeah,
give
yeah.
you some stuff.
Yeah. But let me tell you, it's something that I've noticed. This is just me personally. People that take more than aspirin get accustomed to that. So an aspirin won't work anymore.
yeah, right.
And everybody that I know that's done that, and that's why I stay away from anything
Yeah.
higher than that. If I need it, I need it. But I try to stay away from that because of that, for that
She
reason.
covered that. She asked me, so have you been taking any pain medication for the appointment? I said, yeah. She said, what? I said, well, I don't know. Is ibuprofen a pain medication? I said, because I find that that's working better for me than anything that anybody's ever given me. And she said, okay, so I'm going to prescribe this. So like she knew what the correlation
Yeah,
was
yeah.
there. I don't know. But all I know is when you're walking around and banging your head in the walker, the pain's that bad.
Oh.
What the hell's the matter with these doctors?
Wow.
I had to go to the walk-in at the American Urgent on Gray Street?
It's 466A
466A.
in Wildwood.
Yeah, and he was able to prescribe me the medicine.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about that place. You
Oh.
know, for the urgent cares, they say that's the one you want to go to.
Yeah.
I've never been there. I've always went to that one across from Brownwood, but I've needed my ears cleaned out once.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've heard a lot of people talk about how wonderful.
Yeah, Ron, we live in between the sixes. We live the village of St. James, right after 466A. So we're
Hi,
right.
Mimi.
So we're right in between the sixes. I live 5 minutes from Skip.
Yeah. And Desmindy says at least your
He's
roof
keeping
is
that
only one
buffer
story.
zone.
5 minutes is enough.
Yeah. TR Main says they switched to a tankless water heater. It's great. You never run out of hot water. You know, I've heard good and bad about those. We don't have one, never have, but I've heard good and bad about those.
I don't
I
have an opinion one way or the other.
I don't either. I don't
That's why I said
know.
I don't know much about them, but a lot of people like them. And like they started, that's what they started, south of 44, they started putting in those tankless water heaters. And so, they're all fairly new. So I'm waiting for them to get a little time on them and see what everybody says about them after they get a few years on them.
I have a question. Who do you use for your AC?
This time we used, what the hell's the name of that place over there? Because Munn sold out to somebody else.
Oh, that.
And when I called, because I usually like to stick with whoever installed
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
right? Because they did it.
Yeah.
And I've always used Munn's. And then I found out they sold it. Well, what I did was I called over there to schedule a service to come over here and service it and check it out and change the air filter, all that stuff. And the guy says, what's your name? I give it to him. What's your address? I give it to him. He says, I'm sorry, but you don't have a service contract with us. I said, well, I never have had. What, you can't come out and service it? It's your air conditioner. She said, well, we're under new ownership now. That's how I found out. So when they told me that, and I said, well, here we are, new ownership, new rules.
Yeah.
So I called over to this other place, which was probably the second most popular.
Sunrise, Suncool?
Uncool.
Suncool. And this was on a Sunday. Guy came right out. And he took care of it. I told him what I did because I forgot what they actually told me to do the first time. And then when I seen what was happening, I caught it early. Then I was sitting there thinking, oh crap, I know what I need to do, I think. So I went out there and I done what they told me the first time. And then when your house starts to heat up a little bit, believe it or not, you got an air conditioner, I think.
Yeah.
We have heat pumps here. So with the heat pump, it comes down 1 degree an hour. So if your house heats up 5 degrees higher than normal, it'll take 5 hours for it to get back down.
So you don't have an AC?
We have heat pumps. That out there is the heat to the house and the air conditioning of the house, which we haven't had any problem with it ever.
Oh, really?
Except the same problem. This has happened twice now. So I get up and same time during the day or whatever, I'll be in the studio editing a video or something, and I say, I feel like it's getting a little warm in here. And I look out, and I always keep my house at 74. I know everybody keeps their house at different things. And I look out there, and it was 75. She had this door open, and it's hot.
That's hot, yeah.
So I thought maybe some hot air is getting in there, so I shut this door. Well, an hour or two later, I look out there, it's up to 76, but it's still running. Then that's when I called him right away because on Sunday I'm thinking in the summertime this could be several hours before he gets here. And we was here once before when our house got up in the 80s, and it's not good.
How old is your unit?
Well, my house is 9 years old.
Oh, so you've never had it replaced?
No,
Okay.
they're guaranteed for 10.
All right, ours is 14 years old. So
Here's how I see about
we're,
when it comes to air conditioning.
we're on borrowed
You
time.
can call anybody. No, not necessarily. You can call anybody around here when it comes to air conditioning. That's what's nice about them. Everybody will come and put an air conditioner in your house.
Yeah.
Just how much you want to spend, that's all.
Well, I had Suncool come up today. They came up this morning. You know what? I called these people this morning at 8 o'clock. The guy called me right back, and he was there at 10:30.
Yeah.
Like, telling me he didn't, he was really, George, he was really, he just told me, look, I have A, B, and C. You can choose from what, you can afford.
Yeah.
And this is what this one does, and this one does. And I got a couple more people coming for a price, and he says we are 24/7 maintenance. If something happens at 2 in the morning, somebody will be here by 3.
Well, and until we know where their office is. That
Oh,
they're
okay.
301.
Their office is in Ocala. I asked
Well,
about it.
I mean, for this one here, it's on 301.
That's where, actually, that's a warehouse. That's
Okay.
where they store stuff.
Okay.
The guy told me, he said, I said, where do you live around here? And he goes, no, our office is in Ocala.
Well,
So he came down here from Ocala.
yeah.
Well, it
Oh,
didn't make a difference. They seem to be a good company.
They seem to be a good,
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna kind of lead toward them, yeah.
yeah.
Well, I am too, because I'm not gonna go to Munn's because new people, new rules.
Okay, I called Munns and they couldn't come to my house till December 30th.
This is the problem that I run into all
I
the
said,
time.
you, December what? 30th?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why they separated the selling part from the fixing part. When
No,
they
it's a
got new
scam.
owners.
It's a scam for money. Here's how it works. Mine said, well, we can't get you in until December 30th. But if you want us to put you on the emergency list,
We'll see you tomorrow.
yeah, for an extra $50.
He's right.
And that's exactly what they do.
He's right.
Okay.
He's right.
Gracie said, I had a major flood in my house because a reputable plumbing company
chip.
installed a shark bite that blew off.
Peanut butter jelly, chocolate chip, and the.
So their insurance company had to pay a lot of money.
I really like these.
That's your peanut butter and jelly cookies.
Yeah, these are good.
Karen,
Well,
if you're watching, Skip likes
Karen?
your cookies.
Yes, you can make us cookies anytime.
Yeah. I'm really not a big chocolate chip fan either. I know
Yeah,
I probably
I
the number
am.
one cookie worldwide. She gets them all the time. I taste them and I put it back because
Oh, I haven't had them in months.
They just don't make them like they used to.
Well, I don't know what you're used to is, to
I'm
me,
used to
drives.
having walnuts or something in there.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to have a walnut.
But you said, I don't know how you have
That's-
it. I told you how I have it, and then I get a yow but.
Well, like I said, just because it doesn't have nuts in it doesn't mean it's not a chocolate chip cookie.
So, the Meadow 30, how are your neighbors, Kevin? Snowbirds?
I'm sorry.
There's a question here.
First of all, he's not my neighbor.
How are your neighbors, Kevin? Snowbirds? I don't know. What is that?
Yeah.
What does that
Oh
mean?
yeah.
He's not a snowbird.
No, I'm not a snowbird.
He moved here full time.
Yeah, we'll be here 3 months.
Just out of curiosity, where'd you get the idea he was a snowbird? I'm just curious.
I don't know.
Somebody else might misinterpret something.
Okay. Yeah, you'll have to kind of clarify that, Meadow, because we're not sure exactly what you're asking. How are your neighbors, Kevin? How are your neighbors?
Great.
Great.
Do you have neighbors that are snowbirds?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what they're asking about your neighbors.
I don't know.
Yeah. Do you
How
guys
is
have
your
any
neighbor-
neighbors?
Debbie, she's full time to my left. She's really nice. And Hal and Anne Marie, they're in Chicago. I'm not really sure.
Yeah. So, but
Are
they're
they
pretty
still
nice
alive?
neighbors.
Yes.
Around here, that's as good as it gets. They're still alive.
Okay. Desmindy says our insurance company made us buy a new water heater in the village of Santiago.
Yeah, says Kevin, are your neighbors in Buttonwood snowbirds?
No, some are. Yeah, some are. Some are not. Yeah.
Okay.
Our snowbirds have changed over the years. The guy next door is from Colorado with a California license plate. I don't understand that. But he's here generally, he's new, so I don't know what he does normally. But now he's like in New York working at a winery, right?
Yeah.
And then they'll be back like in September.
Yeah.
Probably for the winter, I'm going to guess.
Yeah.
The Canadian across the street left a couple of weeks ago to go back to Canada. He'll be back, generally speaking, in the wintertime. He's not a snowbird. He just kind of drifts in and drifts out. And the lady across the street, she's been gone now, going on a month. Of course, she went out, I think, to Oklahoma or someplace to help with the tornado victims out there. Arkansas.
Yeah, there's a bad tornado there, and she went out there to help.
Well, her and a neighbor
Yeah.
went out there to help with the tornado victims, and I haven't seen her since. So,
Yeah, well, I mean, we've got a lot of, the lady back here will be here in July.
well,
But
we
yeah.
got snowbirds here, but they're not like they used to. When we first moved in this neighborhood, I liked it. Every house around me, other than that one, every house around me was a snowbird. Across the street, everywhere. So in the summer months, there was nobody here.
Yeah, it's not many people here now, it seems.
Yeah, Desmindy said their insurance company made them buy a new water heater in the village of Santiago, and there was nothing wrong with it. But it was some age on it.
Probably the age.
But I never heard of an insurance company making them do that.
Yes.
They're not gonna make me do it,
Uh,
period.
or they won't insure you.
Fine, I don't need insurance, I'm paid for.
They won't. Yeah.
Only person that requires insurance by law is if you've got a loan on your house, the bank will require
Oh.
the insurance that's big enough to cover the loan in case you have a complete destroyed home. So, but other than that, if the law here says you can self-insure your home.
You want to hear something really crazy? I called the company for my air conditioner, and they insure all the other appliances in the house. So
Wait a
the,
minute, no, why not?
yeah,
Are you buying an extra insurance?
no. Well, I'm not now. This what this company offers. So I get her on the phone and she says you can either have a gold or a silver contract, but we have to send a guy over to take pictures of all your appliances. It's okay. So he came, took pictures. That's all he did. Went back.
Well, your stuff is pretty new anyway.
No,
Right?
no.
I thought that everything, well, anyway.
No. So she calls me up and she says, Kevin, you can only be insured for the silver because your water heater is 14 years old, your air conditioner is 14 years old, and all your appliances are old. So it's going to cost you X amount of money for this insurance. And she says, to even start off, there are no parts for your washer and dryer. There's no more parts. So I said, so you want me to buy an insurance policy where if the refrigerator breaks and can't be fixed, I have to replace it on my own anyway? Well, yeah. The same as the washer dryer. The same as the air conditioner unit. So I'm going to give you X amount of money
To
for
insure
not,
something that can't be fixed.
to insure something that can't be fixed.
Yeah.
I said, thank you very much. You have a nice day.
Yeah,
How much,
it's
man?
like I said, they do anything. I used to walk with a lady, and she has since gotten dementia, so she's not here anymore. She's in a assisted living place. But like I said, she had bought a insurance policy, and they advertise it on TV still today. I think it's Car Shield or something like that. And I said, and for one, she didn't have the sense enough to know to stay away from this. That she just thought her son lived here and he helped her out a lot, but he was kind of disabled, and so she didn't want to bother him if she had any repairs. So she bought this insurance policy that's supposed to fix
Yep.
your car and everything. Well, it was totally bogus. And,
Yeah.
And I said her son actually went to court to get her money back.
Wow.
Because I said she should have been signing any legal contracts anyhow. We run into that ourselves. But
Yeah, you.
Remember the guy that sold Dad a $10,000 vacuum sweeper?
yes. And I said that was one of those things where he shouldn't have been signing any documents, and we.
Wasn't that so much? The guy was a scammer, and that was against the law. In
Yeah.
Indiana, it's against the law. Because in Indiana, once you're diagnosed with Alzheimer's, first thing a doctor is required to do by law is report you to the DMV office, so you can't drive.
Right.
And there's other things in there too.
Mm-hmm.
They're not legally held responsible for any contract they sign after they've been diagnosed as Alzheimer's or any of that kind of stuff. So some guy came around. I think we had a note on the front door, didn't we? That Dad had Alzheimer's, and please don't
Yeah,
bother
it's
him
just-
or whatever. Anyway, this guy shows up, beats on the goddamn door, and I don't know anything about this. Mom calls me up, and I went up there. I said, "What's Dad doing?" She said, "Oh, he put this vacuum sweeper together he bought." And I'm thinking that maybe Mom had a problem at that time. And so, what vacuum sweeper did he get? Because you got to remember, Dad bought Mom a vacuum sweeper that was like beyond. And we still got it in there. This vacuum sweeper has a transmission. I think
Why we still have it, I don't know.
it's got a reverse and it's got a forward on it. Because it works. There's nothing wrong with it. And you can't buy this thing anywhere. It was like a $5,000 sweeper that he bought.
Think
Oh
about
my
think
God.
about what you just said.
I don't know. I'll find somebody to give it to maybe someday. But we don't have.
It's too heavy for me to even use, but it
I'm not
does
getting rid of
work.
it. So
Yeah.
That'd be who cares. And so anyway, I went up there and there's Dad with this huge box. I mean, the size of this table. And it's opened up and there's parts and bags all over the floor and he's pulling stuff out. And I went in and I said, "Dad, what are you doing?" And he said, "I guess I got to put this damn thing together." He had papers all over and rolled it. And I said, "What is that?" He said, I got Mom a new vacuum sweeper. I said, what's wrong with the one she's got? He said, nothing. I just thought she needed a new one. And so Mom shows me this check that, the copy of the
Yeah.
there. $10,000 to this guy.
And then there was a monthly fee.
Yeah, and so
A monthly fee.
Yeah, this is a big scam thing. So I told Dad and Mom, I said, put everything back in that box the way it was, and tape it back up exactly the way it was, and don't touch anything in it, and put it
Right.
over by the door. I'm gonna take care of this. So I get back home and I call this guy. He had an office in Indianapolis. I called 3 or 4 times before they finally answered the phone, and I told him who I was in a nice way. Told him what happened. He looked it up. He said, "Oh yeah, we got it right here." I said, "I don't know who you think you're bullshitting. But I'm telling you right now, you need to get up there, give that check back to my dad. Don't you cash it. Pick up that vacuum sweeper and don't ever come back again because you broke us." And I told him about the law and blah, blah, blah. He goes, "Well, how am I supposed to know he had Alzheimer's? The note on the front door wasn't a clue?" So we got into it. So anyway, he goes up there and he does this. He takes the check back, picks a vacuum sweeper. So like a week or 2 later, I go up to see Mom and Dad. Mom was mad at me. She said, "I don't know what you said to that vacuum sweeper guy, but he told me you was very rude."
Oh, I guess
And I
so.
looked at Mom and I says, "I really don't give a shit what he thinks."
John Ruthenbeck says tankless water heaters have been around for 30 years. You can get whole house gas, not sure about electric, or electric point of use, which go in the cabinet below the sinks. Well, I never was around them until we got here. Up in Indiana, everybody used the same kind, and so I never even heard of a tankless water heater. But I'm not a gadget guy, so guys would probably know that. I wouldn't know that.
I don't know. I just changed.
I knew they had it, but I don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
I just changed my. I don't know.
The newer RVs now are all coming out with them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, whole house.
Karen says to enjoy the cookies.
Oh, honey, they're wonderful. They are.
I've already ate them up to chocolate chip. Don't take offense to it, but I'm probably not going to eat your chocolate chip.
I
don't
will.
care for chocolate chip.
But Buddy liked the snickerdoodles.
Skip likes the peanut butter and jelly.
Yes.
Well, and these here too. Whatever these
Yeah.
Snickerdoodles.
are.
Sherry Hall says, greetings from California. Nice to be able to join live again. She's still on medical leave. Well, honey, I hope you're okay. And I said, we had a couple weeks that we had to take off because of Skip was having some dental problems. Other than that, we're here every Wednesday.
Ron Ross. Kevin, time to scrap the Red Sox shirt and switch to the Celtics.
I know.
Maybe it's me, but isn't Celtics basketball?
They just won the NBA championship.
Isn't Boston baseball?
Well, yeah. Baseball.
Why would you switch from baseball to basketball?
Time of year.
Time of year.
Oh, I got it. Yeah, it's basketball season, right?
It's
Well,
over.
no, they haven't had the World Series yet.
Oh my
Have
God.
they?
Yeah, Skip is not a sports guy.
I'm not.
Oh, Skip.
Ron Ross says Skip's back to normal. If the Olympics had a cookie competition, Skip would take the gold.
I would.
Family man. I am not from Massachusetts. I am from Rhode Island. I lived in the center of Rhode Island all my life, a place called Coventry. So I am from Rhodey.
Okay, Joseph Smith says hello from Southwest Ohio, where it's been 90 degrees plus and supposed to last until Monday. Florida weather for sure. Skip sounds like he's back to normal.
He is. He is.
Yeah.
He is. He's as annoying as ever.
He has CRS. Do you know what CRS is? Can't
Remember shit.
remember shit.
Yeah, I knew it was something
That's
like
right,
that.
right. Let's see. James Reed says, greetings from Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina. Well, I've never heard of Wrightsville Beach, but I like North Carolina. I like North Carolina, I like South
People
Carolina.
like to live anywhere that has the word beach in it.
Oh, Plein
That's
Air
my new
Eric
thing.
says, happy
Yeah,
holidays.
Sue, I think Sue sent me. You sent her a picture or something.
I did,
But
yeah.
Yeah, she sent me that. Do you have the tank on top?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I got this tank is with Wi-Fi.
Yeah, the tank on top's the thing you gotta have.
Oh,
checked.
expansion tank. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, I don't even know what the hell that's for.
Barbara,
I
as
don't
far
either.
as I
For years
know,
in Indiana, we never
Linda's
had
not in
one.
an area where the fires are going on right now.
Yeah.
There it is up there.
She's
I
already
had to build it with the PVC.
she's already lost one house to
That's good
fire out there, but this one is not in the area where they're at right now.
Yeah, well,
but they're
that's
having a
done
lot of
now
problems
anyway.
with the
Saved a lot of money
fires,
doing
so-
it myself.
How much they charge
We
to
keep
install?
in contact, make sure
I
she's
don't know, I didn't
okay.
find
Well,
out.
then how you know you saved a lot of money?
You know what they wanted to install 3 bath faucets? $291.
Well, that's a plumber thing.
What do you think this is?
I'm not sure that's a plumber thing because it's outside the house. Huh? Yeah, there's a thing here. If it's outside the house, like you're outside,
It's inside the garage.
it's outside the living space of
Yeah.
the house. So you don't necessarily have to have a licensed plumber to do that. Inside the house, you will.
Well, I don't know, I did it.
Yeah. Obviously, you don't need it out there because you did it.
Yeah,
Huh?
Kevin,
Obviously, you don't need a licensed plumber out there because you did it.
YouTube.
Family Man said he grew up in New Bedford and went to RWU
Yeah, okay, yeah.
in Bristol. Rizzo says, I can't believe you're eating cookies for breakfast, and no, I'm not jealous.
What? What?
He said he can't believe you're eating cookies for breakfast.
Hey, breakfast.
Hey, did Kevin ever hang out with Whitey Bulger? Absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
you don't want to hear a funny story, William. I worked with a guy years ago who owned a restaurant in Warwick. It was called The Helm, and it was a hangout for the Patriarca family. Raymond Patriarca, the gangster in Rhode Island. True story. He told me stories about the mob. Wow. Don't mess with them.
Well, I could not believe when they had the guy on YouTube
Yeah.
that he does his own podcast
Sammy
on
the
YouTube.
Bull.
Oh.
Yeah, Sammy the Bull.
And then Mike Francis.
Oh, Mike Francis.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
remember how he scammed oil and gas companies, made millions and millions?
You know what? The thing that I see, I probably watch this stuff for a different reason than everybody else. Is people say, well, you can't say this on YouTube, you can't say that on YouTube, you got to watch this, you got to watch that. And I watch those channels going, really? You can't say a swear word? Have you ever watched Sammy the Bull?
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, come on.
And Sherry says she's glad she got her medical problem done when she did and prior to retiring. Yes, because you want to enjoy retirement. You don't want to have to worry about doing medical stuff.
Linda, somebody said about Linda.
Yeah.
I don't know how Linda, I talked to her here not a couple days ago, and she said those fires are up around LA. She's way down around San Diego area. And so the fire's not affecting her. That's not to say it won't happen someday, because in her past history, they lost a house
Yeah.
on the mountain that she's on right now, but in another lot.
And so they're keeping an eye on those fires now.
So, yeah, I'm sure she's keeping an eye on it.
Ah,
There's something
yeah.
out there. If you've never been to California at a certain time of the year,
Put this on you.
the grassy area of the mountains and stuff turn total brown. It just dies. And once a fire gets started, especially around the Santa Ana winds time, there's just no stopping it.
Yeah. But now last year she did have sprinklers put in all over her yard because she wanted to put some plants in, some flowers and stuff. So that is something
That'll help.
Yeah.
But where she's at, though, I don't think she'll ever have to worry about a fire because she's at the top of a mountain that's almost above tree line. And there's just really not much up there other than wild animals and turkeys.
Yeah. Bruce D says hello from Gahanna, Ohio. First time on live chat.
Awesome.
I don't think I've heard that part of Ohio.
Have what?
Gahanna, Ohio?
Where?
Am I reading that right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't even found it. I don't even know where you're at.
Okay.
Oh, Gahanna, Ohio. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard of that. And we were in Indiana on live, so I thought I knew everything about Ohio, but evidently not.
Joey Anderson, what major league team does Skip like? He doesn't follow baseball.
He doesn't follow
No, I don't
sports.
He
follow
don't follow
baseball.
baseball.
Hey, the Medicare guru's here.
The only thing I would follow as far as sports go, at one time I used to watch professional golf like every weekend because I liked
yeah.
it. But I don't play anymore, so I don't follow that. Every now and then on a major race, I will watch a car race because when I was younger, I was one. Nothing big or anything, but I was one. So I have kind of an interest in that.
Oh, yeah. Hey, and did you see that one, Kevin? So Ron Ross asked Kevin if he ever parked the car in the Harvard yard. Yeah, it's your accent. Yeah, I know, you don't think you got one.
I know.
And I probably didn't do it right, but yeah.
I see the Medicare gurus in the house.
Yes, yes.
Those of you that had any questions about Medicare or whatever, Craig is on here. Ask him. He'll answer them for you.
Yeah.
William, I can laugh. I was born in Connecticut and used to talk like that.
What?
Kathy,
Bill knows that.
Kathy B in the 603 says, hi, Skip and Sue. It's 98 degrees here in the 603. Wow.
You should come down and cool off.
I think
hotter,
it was 88.
It's hotter up there than it is down here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I almost stop thinking about it. It's almost funny when people go, I don't know if I can take the Florida heat. You're hotter than we are.
Jerry says Gahanna is a suburb of Columbus. Oh, okay. And
Oh,
I
Columbus?
thought I knew everything about
Nah, I don't ever. Columbus is a big city. It's sprawled out
Yeah.
a lot.
Barbara Evner says, go Phillies. Okay.
Family sometimes isn't right when it's hotter in New England than in Florida.
Yeah. Something about that just doesn't seem right.
Doesn't seem right.
William Riddle says, I can laugh. I was born in Connecticut. I used to talk like that. I think he's talking about you, Kevin.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but it only lasts a few days up there, so, yeah. Coda,
We went to Koyami.
I like Koryami.
Very,
Very
very
good.
good.
Yes,
Uncle
yes.
Phil, awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
well, that was always our favorite place. Coda the dog wants to know if we think the Chinese will start buying up properties in TV. It's possible. I mean, I've seen, they had a news program on the other day about they were buying up places, was it next to military installations or something? They were buying up a lot of ground and stuff next to military installations. And
That's China doing
Was
that.
it China? Oh, okay.
They're looking at it now. Somebody brought it up. Somebody, I don't know who it was, some random anybody got some kind of a map and it had all the different land in the United States that China owned. Well, this person, whoever it was smart. He just noticed that most of that land was around a military base. So he got a copy, another map with all the military bases on it and overlaid it on the United States map. And it showed the coalition of all this China-owned land. And every one of them was almost right next to a major military base, including here in Florida. Over by Tampa, there's Chinese land over there for whatever reason, and there's a military base over there. And so then I guess Congress and Senate started investigating it, and now a few of the governors of the state, Arkansas is one, I think North Dakota's another, that they are telling China, sell the land or we're going to take it, one way or the other. They don't want them in their state anymore. So we'll see how this turns out.
Jerry wants to know if you're going to do any future call-in shows.
I've thought about it. I really haven't done it because the truth of it is nobody comes to it. It's all about participation. If you don't get so many people coming to it, do you think Johnny Carson would do a show if 12 people showed up?
Well, and I don't think you give a lot of time for people to,
The ones that do show up.
well, I mean, you didn't advertise it.
I can't. I've explained why I can't. Because if I advertise a live call-in show, which I don't mind doing at all. Matter of fact, I thought if I do another live-in show, I'm going to have Sue there with me. So you can. We tried that once and see the microphones didn't work right or something. Anyway, with me, we'll do that. But if I advertise it, I swear to God, you guys aren't here. You don't know what goes on around here. There's going to be a bunch of drunks in a couple of these bars around here. Hey, he's going to go live in a little bit. Bob, get your phone out. Let's call him up. I mean, that's what's going to happen.
Oh, hey, Carol. Carol Madigan says hi. All of us.
Sherry Hall. Yeah, humidity is a whole different story. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Dry
humidity's
heat to super hot with humidity. Yeah.
humidity's the killer here.
It is an adjustment. I'm not gonna lie.
It is.
Especially if you got asthma or anything like that.
But like if it's, all I can say is be smart. Stay in the house. Like 9:30 to
Drink a lot of wine.
3. Drink a lot of water. A lot of a lot
Yeah.
of sugar-free vitamin water.
Have a lot of sugar.
And then go out at night at 5 o'clock and party with these bands and lose another 100, 200 calories. Trust me. Trust me.
Well, if you go down to the squares at night, there's a lot of people that go down there and dance every night.
Every night.
That's their exercise. And that's what they do.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, line dancing, yeah.
Yeah. And like I said, that's your main thing is timing. I mean, we do things different in the winter than we do in the summer. You're going to dinner. In the winter, you're going to dinner earlier. That's why they laugh at the snowbirds going to dinner at 4 o'clock. Well, you miss that 5 o'clock rush. But like I said, when, in the wintertime, when everything's crowded, that's what you do. Same
Well,
way
we
with
went
the
out
heat.
a couple weeks ago to, well, I went out to, actually how it was. I hadn't had my birthday dinner because I was feeling really, really bad. And I told Sue, I said, as soon as I start feeling better, because she knows if I didn't go up there and eat them ribs, I must really be feeling bad. So I said, I want to go up there. So I got on my Discord, which if you're a Patreon member, you got your invitation to Discord. And I just typed in there, I said, hey, I'm going to go this Thursday up and have some ribs. Anybody want to go? And I think it was a total of maybe 10 or 12 people that went up there with us. So we went up there and we all had ribs. We in there, I think it was 2 o'clock, either 2 or 2:30. I think it was 2 o'clock. And there's a walk-in. Just walk in, had tables for,
I had a doctor's appointment.
so yeah.
Is Eastport disconnected from the rest of the villages?
What?
Is Eastport disconnected from the rest of the villages?
No, that would be,
East Porch, the fourth town square.
yeah, it'd be the 4th town square, so you'll be able to go
You know
from
what?
one end to the other.
Karen and I took her a golf cart ride yesterday to go find the new Saluki Rec Center. Do you know we couldn't find it?
Find what?
The
Not surprised.
The Saluki Rec Center.
It should
be It's on in your Shady Brook?
It didn't.
The village's GPS. Don't you have that?
Yeah.
Oh.
We made it to McNeil Drive, and then I think we should have taken a right, and we took a left, and we got lost. We'll find it.
You had a nice day,
Who
though,
was
didn't you?
driving?
Me. She was navigating.
Should be the other way around.
Yeah, and Eastport, like I said, Eastport is just the 4th town square. And like I said, you'll be able to go from the Spanish Springs to Lake Sumter to Brownwood
Right.
to Eastport. What I think maybe you're thinking of is Middleton. Middleton is the family park for the villages, or the newest family park for the villages. And you can still get there,
Yeah.
but it would be, you would say that was a disconnection because it's a family area.
Because we went over the Bexley Bridge, and then I tried to find Central Parkway, but I must have just missed it.
And like I said, they opened that new road in.
Okay.
And so it makes it a lot easier to get there.
Okay.
But I haven't been down there to try it yet.
I don't know.
But yeah, it was,
Ron, can't wait to get my golf cart to Disney. Yeah, you got that right, buddy.
we won't take long, I'll tell you. They got land now all the way to Bushnell, so they're going out this way.
He's fine. I'm going down further. The New York Yankees.
Yeah, Eastport is practically in Orlando. Yeah, Craig says, did Kevin say potty or party?
Pate.
Yeah, it's your guess, yeah.
Hey, if anybody wants to go see a real rock and roll band, go see Relic. This band Relic, they play rock and roll.
Oh, I heard you tell Jerry that.
Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Let me see. Great White. Journey. They are unbelievable.
Oh, I love Journey.
They are unbelievable. I saw them 4
We went and
times.
seen Journey.
Yeah. we
Did you see them with Steve Perry?
I don't know the name.
Yes.
I saw him 4 times with Steve Perry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he, to me, he's the greatest singer in the world.
Yeah,
I still
I
think
was,
so.
I was more fascinated watching this marijuana smoking broad dancing next to us half naked.
Yeah, we had ground seats.
Yeah, we were on the grass.
Yeah.
Ron Ross. Relic is the best, yeah. And I believe, Ron, they are going to be in, let me see, Sawgrass on June 28th, which is a week from tomorrow. And they're going to be at Brownwood on July the 4th.
Oh, and let me tell you, there's
Where
a thing.
will all the sewage and garbage go to Eastport? Same as the rest of us. Garbage man comes by and picks it up and hauls it away.
Yeah.
Yeah, villages contracts this. We don't have a say-so in it. They contract it to keep our monthly garbage bill down as much as they can. And I don't know who it is right now. Who is it? It's the company we got's a fairly new one. The garbage company. What's the name of it?
Oh,
Jacobs?
Is it Jacobs?
Yeah,
It's Jacobs. There was something else before that. I can't know.
yeah, well, there was something else before
Yeah.
that. but-
Anyway, they contract all that stuff out. You ain't got to worry about it. Just put it in a plastic bag, drag it in the driveway, and go back to sleep.
Now, if you have like a water heater tank or some big item, you call them.
Yeah.
And for $10, they'll come pick them up.
Right. I did that with some furniture that I had I needed to get rid of. And then I said they were able to come and get it.
They want to know what my Celtic shirt is. To be totally honest with you guys, I am really not a big pro basketball fan. I like, number one is the New England Patriots. 6 Super Bowl rings, by the way.
Boo.
Giants, well, maybe one. Love college football. And then the Bruins, Red Sox, you know.
Meadow 37 wants to know what cruise you're going on.
Oh, we are going on the Fancy Reagan. It's Johnny Daisy Fancy Cruise from here on September 29th to October 6th. They're going to pick us up, I believe, at the Brownwood Hotel. And we're going to leave our car there. They're going to bus you to the port of Fort Lauderdale. You get right on the ship. And then same thing on the way
You
home.
reverse?
Get off the ship, get
Cool.
on the bus, and they bus you right back to Brownwood.
And
Very, very inexpensive for 1 week.
Sherry House is nice, Kevin. I only saw them once with Steve Perry.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, I think Steve Perry and Gary Puckett are the two best singers in the world,
Yep.
in my estimation. That's just me. And let's see. Ron Ross says, get to Sawgrass early, limited seating.
I'll
Yes.
tell you, I went to see Fancy Reagan down there. Karen and I went down our golf cart on a Tuesday night. It was great. We
Yeah.
sat like behind the stage in the shade. And then after the first set, when we went and get a pizza inside the marketplace, I'll tell you, it was really,
Just don't go on Monday with Boozy Bingo.
Okay.
Because you won't be able to get through the wall. I mean, the walkways are full for people going in for Boozy Bingo. We went to the pub once, and we didn't know. We pulled up and seen all these people. And said, well, I ain't going through that mess, you know. And then Judy was in there, and she said, oh, that's for the Boozy Bingo. Never mind that.
Ford. Your Giants stopped the Patriots. Yeah, I know. Tyree got lucky on that catch, you know. But all in all, I think 6-1, 6 Super Bowl rings to 1. I'll take the GOAT over Manning. The way it is.
I'm a Manning fan. All of them. The kids,
Who's Manning?
Peyton.
Oh, the guy who used to play for the Colts?
Yes.
The quarterback?
Yes.
Yeah, he's pretty good when he's quarterback. Then when he went to Denver, he turned them around.
Well, and his brother,
His brother wasn't there as good as
His
Peyton.
dad.
I don't think it.
they were all very,
They were
very
there,
good.
but
Yeah.
they weren't. They
Oh,
weren't.
yeah. Archie played for the Saints.
See,
Yeah.
Peyton's got that Midwestern attitude about him, easy, laid back kind of guy.
And they're
you
from
know.
what, Louisiana? I think they're from,
Yeah, I think so,
I
yeah.
think they're from
I don't know where
Louisiana.
they're
But you never know because, like I said, just by the way he acts, he looks like he's probably Midwest.
Yeah.
The way he sounds, very calm.
I
Oh,
just can't stand some of them loudmouth people that like to self-strut like a peacock. I just don't like that at all.
Desmindy says one of the best concerts she ever seen was Queen live with Freddie Mercury. Oh, I'd never seen one of those, but I think those would be wonderful. The people around them just make it a good concert.
Yeah. I saw Journey back in '86 when Steve Perry, Randy Jackson played bass. It was on not the Frontiers tour, Raised on Radio tour. Well, that was phenomenal.
I saw Pat Boone. I did. When me and Dick was taking furniture out to the MGM Grand Hotel in Las Vegas when they were building it. Pat Boone was playing at one of them theaters there and whatever, dinner theater. And the mafia guy that we took the furniture to gave us this card with his name on it. He said, go have something to eat and go to the show. He said, give him this card. He said, on me. And we sat down and Pat Boone came out and I was just, other than the food, I was bored to death.
Oh, and Ron has to go.
Bye, Ron.
See you later. Let's see.
Barbara Edna, Journey. She wants me to sing. Nah, you want to sing with me?
No.
Why? Sue, you want to sing? Na 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 na. Na
No.
na 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 na.
I said not with my
All right, that's
froggy
enough.
voice right now,
Okay,
so.
well, I can't sing, but sorry about that, guys.
Oh, TR wants to know, does the villages have anyone that you can pay to show you around different places if you aren't on a lifestyle?
Yeah, it's called a
visit?
real estate guy, and he'll do it, and it's free. Just tell him you want to buy a house.
That's true.
I swear to God, just tell him you want to buy a house, they'll do anything for you.
Yeah.
I'll tell you another one, Ira Miller. Tell him you want to buy a house. Hell, he'll take you out to dinner.
Mary Louise Mathis says, I had such a crush on Steve Perry. Yeah, I did too, and I'd never even seen him. I never, it's that voice. I just love that voice. Sherry Hall says the same thing. Steve Perry's the greatest of all time. And I said, and I went to a Gary Puckett concert here a couple times actually. And I think it's the same with him. They just have that kind of a voice that it's not put on. It's actually their voice. It's wonderful. I really, really loved it. And I said, Gary Puckett they come around here every year a couple times. Sometimes they're out at Orange Blossom Opry, which if you've never been out there, you got to go take a run out there. It's not very far from here. It's about 20, 25 minutes. And they have nice shows. I mean, they have a lot of country shows. But it's a very small venue, and people enjoy it because it's kind of like a high school gymnasium, and the chairs are right there in front of the stage, and it's very personal. And I really, really liked it. The acoustics were great for such a little place. And I said everything's just very casual. But like, you have to take a run out there, and it's I believe it's Weirsdale. It's Orange Blossom Opry. But they have some big names sometimes, and then they have the regular house band and stuff like that. But they send out a brochure every once in a while. It has who's going to be there for the month or so. And one thing they do have here in the paper, in the Daily Sun, every once in a while, they will put out a whole page, which is a calendar for the whole month.
Yes.
That tells you who's playing where for the whole month. So if you've got guests coming and you want them to
Yes.
see Scooter, like I said, my grandson's coming down next week. I'm going to go get him. And I want him to see Scooter. So I'm going to look on that and see where Scooter's playing while he's here.
Yeah.
Hopefully he'll be playing somewhere.
Sue, you're 1,000% correct.
Yeah.
That piece of paper for the month gives you three squares in Edna's
Yeah.
of what's playing. It's Sawgrass, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, I apologize for the date. It's Friday, June 28th that Karen just said that Family Reagan's going to be playing at Sawgrass. Thanks, honey. She always she puts me in the right direction all the
Yeah.
time.
That's why she should have been driving.
Well, she can.
If she was
Thank
driving.
you, Karen. The cookies were wonderful. Desmond says Sherry Hall, a realtor, will give you the Grand Fiesta tour. Now, most of them will, because they're here to sell houses, and a lot of people come down there. They don't expect to buy. They're coming here for vacation, or they're coming just because they heard of the place and want to know what it's like.
Yeah.
And I said, but bring your billfold. Bring your checkbook, because
It's because no matter how many YouTube channels you watch, no matter how many golf cart rides you have to see, how many home tours that you look at, they all do it. We can never, ever describe this place like being here and seeing it.
Correct.
It's just almost impossible to describe the lifestyle.
yeah, and we get asked every week practically if it was today, would we still move here? I would. I would, because it's just, and I don't do a whole lot right now as far as the amenities that we have here, the groups and clubs and all that kind of stuff. I don't do that much anymore since COVID. But, I know that it's available. And I said, when I'm in a better mood, why I'll probably get back into some of that stuff.
Well, Sue, when you're ready, we got to go rock out, man.
Well, yeah. Well, and Gracie says when she was here, she saw Gary Puckett when he played at the Savannah Center last December. He was great. Saw him in the 60s, too. Yeah, and it didn't seem like his voice changed at all. I know he got older as I got older, but it just doesn't seem like his voice changed at all. So I just think, Steve Perry, And Gary Puck, I just think they have the pipes. They do.
Oh, you know what's coming to the Savannah Center July 12th? Tribute to Kiss.
Ah,
Oh,
Wow.
it's
well,
like having another tribute to the Beatles.
Yeah, Rain.
There's
Yeah.
1,000 of them.
Rain, yeah.
Or another Elvis impersonator.
yeah. This Minnie says, I saw Ricky Skaggs and Chaka Khan together at the 400th anniversary of Jamestown. Wow. Now that's,
I don't
But
know.
that's
I don't
a-
know who Shaka Khan is, but I like that name. Shaka Khan.
oh, you'd know the music. You'd recognize the music. So
I probably would.
now Ricky Skaggs, I don't know. It's country. I don't know if you would
I
or
don't
not.
know.
I did not go to Woodstock, by the way.
I almost did.
Family Women
My
wants to
car
know if
broke
it's
down.
impossible to get tea times on the executive courses during the winter.
What?
Wants to know if it's impossible to get tea times on
Not
the executive
impossible.
courses.
You just have to learn the system. I did when I first moved here. I had a total of 65 golfers that I lined up every week to do what I named Hillsboro men's golf outing, which was every Wednesday. And I lined everybody up, all 65 of them, if they were showing up. On an average, we had 35 to 40 guys a week. But once you learn the
won't do that.
system and how to do it and when to do it and
won't
all
do
this
that.
and that, you end up getting your tee times. But if you listen, I'll tell you the first thing. Don't try to do a tee time on a telephone. Just don't do it. You're going to lose every time. Pay the $7 a month. Get the Village's website thing up there, the golf tee times on that. Then you can go in there and just type stuff in there. And then you want to fill things out for 3 or 4 or 5 different executive courses that you're willing to play, because if you don't get on one, you might get on one of the other ones. That's how it works.
Oh, Sherry Hall says, I have a picture with Steve O'Geary, Journey lead singer number 3, I believe. He was great too, but not the original Steve. I was surprised at how much alike they sounded,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
Because, looking at this guy and him, I'm thinking, oh, this is going to be good. But yeah, he sounded really,
He's
really
good.
good.
He's good.
Yeah. Yeah, but not the original Steve. No, it was Journey.
I like AC/DC.
We saw
Yeah.
AC/DC at Gillette
I saw AC/DC once.
back in
As far
When-
as I'm concerned, the guitar player is the star of the show.
Agnes Young. Karen, what year did we go see AC/DC at Gillette?
I don't know if you've ever seen a picture of him lately, but he's showing his age.
Yeah.
Rizzo says, I think I could sound like Steve Perry if I put on my tidy whities.
Do you know who's really a rock and roll, go to the show band kind of guy is? The guy that would stand up and, do all the stuff that they do. Believe this or not, is Ira. Ira loves to go to them
Oh,
things.
he loves to go to the shows.
Well, I was just kind of shocked when I found out he was a boarder
A what?
surfer.
Oh,
Ira
surfing.
is a surfer dude.
Oh, he takes a board and goes to the beach.
I've seen some
He
pictures.
lays on the board to get a suntan.
Yes, he was very,
Well, it
very
would be
cool.
great if Skip and Sue went on that cruise. Then
We took a cruise. I've never done a cruise in my whole life. And we went on that new ship when they came out with it then,
Harmony?
the Harmony of the Seas. And we did 3 or 4 countries, I think. Went to, where in the hell did we go?
We went to Haiti, we went to
Haiti,
Jamaica.
Jamaica, someplace in Mexico.
Yeah.
And then back to here. And I got to tell you, it was okay. The food was great. I will say that. Food was great. But the ship had over 6,000 people, passengers, 2,500 crew members. And it was just crowded, all the time crowded. If you wanted to go to a show, you had to get there very early, stand in line, wait for them to open the door to get in.
And they've had 2 bigger ships since then.
Yeah, they got bigger ships now, and going out in the sea. And we got a room with the balcony because somebody recommended that on my first cruise, which we did. I like the balcony. I could sit out there in the evening when it was warmer, and I could look out across the ocean, and you see all these other cruise ships really off in the distance and everything. It was nice. The restroom wasn't near as bad as what people kept saying. It was really little bitty. Hey, I got a motorhome. I can show you a little bitty bathroom. But no, it was fine. I had a great time and all this and that. But, nothing about it impressed me. Because I did keep thinking, since COVID and all this other stuff, I'm trapped on this ship of prisoners. that if something happens, there's nowhere for me to go. If this thing starts to sink, I am screwed.
Oh, yes,
know?
yes, it's so much fun.
I'm just not big on it. I would do it again if it was the right one, but I will tell you this: I know people that go cruising, they don't ever get off the ship. They're all about staying on the ship. When everybody else gets off the ship, they say that's when it's the best time.
Yeah.
Because nobody's on the ship. They go to the hot tubs, they go to the bar, they go to all these places. So if I ever took another cruise, unless something really, really was interesting for me to do, like when we went to Mexico, that was the only thing I had planned. I wanted to see Chichen Itza. That was the only thing that I cared about, which ended up being almost an international incident by the time we got back. But yeah, I would probably just stay on the ship and just sit with Kevin over here and drink a lot and tell him to make sure that I wake up and I don't drown myself in a hot tub. You know?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, it was one of those things, it was our first time, and then I said, and Skip fought till we got on the ship. He wasn't going. Something's going to happen, every time. And then I said, by the time we got on the ship, then he kind of chilled. You know, and he
I
enjoyed it.
even got down there 24 hours early
Yeah.
to make sure I didn't miss the boat.
Absolutely.
And then we had a
I got a
problem with his
hotel
passport.
room. Somebody said that's the best thing to do.
Yeah.
But now that we live in Florida, you go on Brightline, pick it up in Orlando. 3 hours later, you're in Miami. You take an Uber from Brightline to the port, which is 5 minutes. That was the best thing we've ever done, Brightline. Yep.
Well,
What
I'm
if you
glad
got to
enjoyed
poop
it.
halfway between Orlando and Miami?
They got bathrooms in the
It's
on
a
the
train.
Oh, it's a train.
Yeah.
I've never been on that either.
But you haven't been doing much, huh?
No.
He does as much here as he does in Indiana.
Jeez.
That ain't really necessarily true, but I don't because I have to be out in the sun, so I stay inside. I don't get out.
Well, I'll tell you, Brightline is the newest thing. And, like I said, it stops 4 places. And if you're not at that stop in West Palm, Aventura, Fort Lauderdale, or another one, see you later, bye.
How
Oh,
long do they wait?
2 minutes and that's it.
TKJP says hello from Germany. Well, hello. We usually have somebody stopping by from Belgium every week, and I haven't
Hey,
heard from
Germany,
them.
tell me, you watch the news over there about all of our crap going on over here with politics and everything. What does Germany think of us? Are you laughing at us? Because how can you not?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Overjoyed says Stones are still rocking out in their 80s. Who would believe it? Yeah. Like I said, they were just in Orlando, a week or so ago. I can't
Keith
believe it
Richards,
either.
ain't that
Guitarist from the Stones.
from Rolling Stones? That the guy that took drugs his whole life. Now he's got a face that looks like a saddlebag.
Oh my God, Sherry Hall. I've only gone on one cruise and the only one because I wanted a picture with the headliner entertainer Styx. Wow.
Stick,
Which was
yeah.
awesome. Just assume you got an all-inclusive resort.
Yeah.
Wow, Styx.
Germany says they were never a Stones fan. It's kind of an acquired taste. It is. Mick is one of those things that you're thinking, yeah, this is gonna really be good, and they put on a performance that's unreal. That's why they bring in the people, and they're still doing it in their 80s. So
Yeah.
can't give them any flack for that.
How many cruises you been on?
One.
Oh,
I
one.
just said one.
One.
Paul McCartney at 82 is on a world tour. Yeah, I don't know what it is about they get the urge to get back on
On the road.
on the road. Yeah, and
Are you a Diamond member yet?
We're going to be Diamond Plus. This is going to be our 21st.
So what do you get?
Eh.
I know you get free drinks and somewhat,
Yeah, we get 4 free drinks a day.
but you don't drink.
Maybe once in a while when I'm on the ship.
Can you give them away?
Yeah.
In other words, order a drink and give it to somebody?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's how I got a lot of my drinks when we went on a cruise because the guy we went with was a Diamond member.
Yeah.
So he got free drinks all the time. And if I was around him, he'd say, hey, what are you drinking? You know?
Well, especially if you get the drink package and if you don't have it, I mean, I can feed you with drinks all day long.
Well, he gave me his.
You're not
I
supposed
didn't
to,
have a
but-
drink package because I didn't figure I was getting drunk. But I did buy some drinks. But usually I'd get them like at dinner time.
Yeah.
I didn't walk around because I could see me. I'd be the guy lost over ship. And they'd say, "What happened to that one guy?"
Kidding. He's not kidding.
Yeah, I would. I'd be the guy, and they wouldn't find me, and or they'd find me floating around out there, and I'd be the guy going, "Where in the hell you been?"
He'd be yelling at me. Why didn't you tell me not to go that way? Gracie said Frankie Valley still tours at 90. He'll be in Richmond, Virginia this month. Wow. Yeah, it's unbelievable. I wish him well because my gosh, if you can still do that at 90.
Frankie Valley's 90?
Yeah.
I thought he was passed away.
No. I know you're thinking of, it wasn't Frankie Valley.
Oh, Willie Nelson. He's in his 90s, I think, and he's retired. I think he's done.
Oh, you know, passed away yesterday, Willie Mays.
Yes.
Yeah, I seen
it
that.
in the
Yeah,
paper.
yeah.
God
Probably one of the best all-time players around. There was a group of them. You know, you had Yogi Bear and Whitey Ford and Mickey Mantle, Roger Maris. List goes down the line. And those guys today really aren't even known because the Gen X crews now, or the players now, I don't know. They don't allow them to juice up, and I think baseball was better when the players could juice up.
Okay.
Okay, and what does that mean?
They used to take steroids and stuff to build up their muscles and stuff.
And you think that's better?
What do I care? They're the ones playing. They hit the ball farther. The wrestlers was the same way. They took steroids because they were bigger, stronger, better. You know, it was more fun for me as a spectator to
Oh,
watch.
okay. TKJP says hopefully we'll be over there in 2027. Well, TK, I hope we're still here. If we are, give us a call. You'll love it here. You really will.
Who's coming down when?
The TKJP from Germany says hopefully they'll be over in 2027.
That's 3 more years from now. Yeah, I'll be around.
Barbara, we are going on the Royal Caribbean Freedom of the Seas. We're going to Cozumel, St. Thomas, and possibly Costa Maya, and Coco Key. Coco Key is a great place to snorkel,
Yeah.
and it's free.
William, that's a memory. I hope you got a picture of that because when I was there, I intended to do 2 things. One was I wanted to go inside the pyramid and check out all that in there, which you could do. And then the other one was to walk up to the top of it, which I knew I'd have to take 2 or 3 breaks to get up there, but you could do that at your own risk. Well, we get there, right? First off, they had it all roped off, and they had guards around this pyramid. And they said because of some recent discovery, nobody was allowed to go in the pyramid anymore, and you could not climb it either. So what a disappointment that was.
Yeah.
Sue, the Stones played at Camping World last week.
Was it Camping World?
Yeah, did
Oh,
you know
the
that?
stadium, yeah.
In Orlando, yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I said. I knew that they just played down there. I didn't know really where they played at, but
Camping
yeah.
World.
Let's see. TR wants to know, does every village have patio villas in them? And
It used
no.
to be, yeah, that every neighborhood had different sections of the neighborhood. They had an area where, generally speaking, they could be mixed in with other houses or they could be separated from other houses. The villages in different districts tried different things. They would put a designer home in along with a premier home, which now I don't even think they make premier homes. And then like in every neighborhood, and we're the same way, Hillsborough, we have a patio villa area here. It's over here on whatever road that is over here.
Over here.
Yeah.
You know where that's at.
Village of Caroline has 3 patio villa areas that I know of.
Yeah.
And now you get down south of 44, I can't speak for that. Because see, when they go into different districts, they try different things. And I know that Linda's in an area where the whole neighborhood is verandas, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think her
She's
whole,
not in a veranda.
what else you call
They're
that?
not
Verandas.
patio, no, they're courtyard villas.
They are?
Yes.
Okay, well, she's in a whole neighborhood of courtyard villas. Well, they don't do that anywhere else, except way up Spanish Springs when they first started, they were 2 bedrooms. I thought down there when they made them 3 bedrooms, they changed it to a veranda.
The verandas are a designer with a gate or with a fence. That's it.
Trust me when I tell you, you go look, you're going to look at this and go, I don't see the difference but an extra bedroom.
Well, they don't have any in this historic area for one, but they
don't
do
have what?
They don't have any patio villas.
I know for a fact they do.
In the historic area.
Yes, I even looked at one. I can take you up there and show it to you. They don't have a neighborhood,
That's what
but
I'm
mixed
saying.
in with the houses will be a patio villa. Mixed in. I've seen them.
Yeah.
We have a new theme song for Skip.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to hear it?
No.
I can't get no, I'm sorry. He can't get no satisfaction.
That's what she
Oh,
said.
Jesus. But like I said, there are some areas that are just premier.
Yes.
That's all that's in that area. They don't have courtyard villas. They don't have patio villas. They're just premier homes in certain areas.
Not up here, south of 44. There is no premier area. Now, well, I take that back. There is over here, what do they call that over there? We went to a guy's house when he bought it, and did a
In the
video.
prairie. Over on the prairie.
Over here.
The
is it-
preserve.
The preserve. Yeah, and those, I don't know if you call them premiers or not. Those are all custom built, $1 million houses. They have RV garages connected to the house.
And they also have certain villages. Like I said Bridgeport, I think, is one.
Yeah.
The Bridgeport areas, they don't have patio villas.
That's not true. Bridgeport does have a patio villa area up there because they had a report about 2 years ago, and I showed it to Sue, and I said, look at this. They got this house that's sold, this patio villa that's sold for $600,000 in the village of Bridgeport. I don't know what village of Bridgeport, and I don't know where that patio villa is, but it was sold up there for, follow me here, $600,000.
And those weren't patio villas.
It was a patio villa. That's exactly what it said.
Oh, well.
Well, if anyone has, had any extra money, four or five houses down from where we live, house went on the market for $750,000,
Yeah,
and somebody came with a cash offer the next day.
yeah.
Must be
Most
nice.
people here do buy for
be
cash. Well, it's a way of hiding money and not pay income tax on it. I mean, you can take it out of the stock market. Well, no, you can't really. Got to pay income tax when you take it out. But anyway, that's what we did. We sold our house and stuff up north, and I had all that money transferred to the house down here because I didn't want to pay income tax on it. Well, not income tax, what? Capital gains tax.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Laura's
Okay.
Laura's looking for a patio villa. Yeah, that's good, Laura. Yeah, I mean, you know what? When it all comes down to it, it's a place to live.
That's right. I
It's-
said you don't
it's-
have
it-
to have the biggest.
You don't have to have the biggest. You don't have to have the best.
I was more than comfortable in the patio villa we had. Actually, I liked the location of it and everything. But I just decided that car and a half garage just wasn't enough.
Yeah, well, because, once you're here, no matter what house you live in, you have access to all the squares, all the restaurants, all the rec centers, all the swimming pools, everything you need, you have.
Right.
So whether or not you live in a $100,000 home or a $2 million home, honestly, it really doesn't matter.
It doesn't. It just,
it's-
you got a bigger house to clean.
Yeah, and you got more
Or you
bills.
pay a cleaning lady.
And you got more bills to pay and bigger expenses because of XYZ.
Yeah.
It's all honestly, it's all good. It's
And Bruce D wants to know if the old folks in the villages do restaurants offer senior discounts.
You can't
They
do that. It's
but
against.
you have to
You can't do
ask
that. It's
for them.
against the law.
You have to ask for them.
It's against the law.
You have to ask for them. Trust me.
They won't give them to you. It's against the law.
You have a card for
Yeah, I know.
Panda.
If you go to some of these restaurants, and they don't give you a senior citizen. She gets things mixed up. What they give you is a village's resident discount because they can't give you a senior citizen discount because that's age discrimination. You're giving somebody something only because of how old they are.
Yeah,
Skip
and
can't
they still
get no satisfaction.
they still give you a senior discount if you
They will
ask
give
for
you
it.
a
You go to Bob Evans.
They will give you a village's resident discount.
You don't have to live in the villages. They will give you a discount.
They will
Trust
not
me.
give you a village's senior citizen discount.
They will. I eat out a lot. I know. They do.
Laura had a good question about the bonds. I'm not a connoisseur on the bonds, but
Okay.
I think in the new areas, man, the prices of those bonds
I've heard upwards of 50.
up of 50,000.
Yeah, but not everything. I mean,
No.
it depends on the house.
Okay.
And where it's at.
This
but-
is why when Karen and I bought, we bought in between the sixes, and because of the bond was very, very low.
Well,
Believe me,
and
it
you
wasn't
get,
it wasn't 50,000.
When you get a pre-owned home, you get a lot of stuff that you don't get with a new home.
Oh, absolutely.
Like I said, I mean, the new homes, they're giving really good discounts on them. They really
Yeah,
are to sell
but
them.
it's a fixer-upper.
But, you know, it's like getting the lanai enclosed. Some of them have it done. Getting your driveway painted. You know, stuff like that. You
Look
know, a
at
lot
it
of
this
them have
way:
it
if you
done.
buy a pre-owned home and you save $50,000 in a bond, look how much remodeling you could do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know,
Jerry put
Okay.
up a website here, district.gov.org, something. What's that for?
I don't know, I'm not there yet.
Oh, look here for bond info. I see what it is. Okay. Yeah, it depends on what you get, what the bond's going to be, and how many homes per acre and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I heard 50,000 quite often anymore down by Eastport area.
Yeah. Jerry Harris says Dabney Enclave are all premier homes. They still have a third of the lots to sell. Yes, they do still. But, you know, they do that every once in a while. When we moved here, down the street here, they quit. This was already built. I forget what they call it when it's already built. It's a spec home. Yeah, I think that's what they call them, a spec home. And at that time, they weren't allowing you to build what you wanted to build. I mean, they usually give you a list of different home types that you can build. At the time we moved here, they weren't letting you build. They were all spec homes. And so you got a choice of what they already had built. Then they changed when they got across Morris in the Pine Ridge, Pine Hills area, LaBelle. Then you could build over there. And I think they actually started a little bit sooner than that. But anyhow, in that area, you could build, and you kind of had a choice of which ones you wanted instead of having to buy one that was already built. It's you know, it's one of those things. They change when they go somewhere. They try this, see if it works. If that doesn't work out, then they'll try something different.
Yeah, that's why I say check your deed restrictions because they're different. If you want to build a custom home, you better check where you're wanting to build that at and make sure they even let you do that there.
Yeah. Let's see. Chair Main says we'd like to downsize when we retire. Also, get rid of lots of junk. Yes. Yes.
You're just going to come down here and collect more junk. Trust me on that.
But you know, if you've been living in a house for 30 years and you've got stuff that the kids made in school and stuff that your parents left you when they passed, you get a lot of that stuff in one place, and you realize I can't take this all with me.
We left 90% in Rhode Island.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing to
We
do
gave
because,
tons of stuff away to
Oh, we
charity and the
yeah.
church.
We have
and-
memorabilia, and my sister-in-law asked me how you do that. You know, how do you leave this and take that? You pick the best. Just like the kids' school cards, I picked the best of the school cards. I didn't keep all of the cards that they sent and made and that kind of thing. When they made the little handprints in the plaster, I have the best. I didn't keep all of them. I
Yeah.
kept the best. And that's what you got to do. It's kind of a pick and choose kind of thing, but you don't want to bring everything.
I kept every handmade birthday card that my granddaughters made me. I have both of them.
But like I said, we've got a few things like the grandfather's clock. That was irreplaceable. We had to have that when Skip's dad passed. That was part of my kid's childhood, and I love that clock, and so we brought it down here.
The hardest thing was finding a guy that knew how to work on antique grandfather
Yes,
clocks.
yes.
We found a guy, and much as I hated to do what we did, the inner workings of it was so they were just gone. And he said, we can't rebuild it. He said, he got people in England that makes handmade stuff for him, and he said, nobody's going to be able to make these gears. He said, we just can't do it. He said, but I can take this, I don't know what you call that box there of gears, but anyway, he said, we can take that out. He said, did your clock ring every half hour or every 15 minutes? I said, every 15 minutes. He said, okay. He said, I can order you a new one and put a new one in there. I said, okay, let's do it. I want the thing to work. And I was amazed about the low cost for him to do everything. I think the total price was like $600 to rebuild that whole clock. I was glad to pay it.
Oh yeah. It was worth it too, because like I said, it was part of my kids growing up, and I listen for it every morning. He hasn't wound it in a few weeks, but I listen for it in the morning because that's the one thing I can hear. I don't need an alarm clock. I kind of wake up. So I'm like Kramer. I have this clock in my head. I
Bruce
wake
D
up-
says, thinking of moving to the villages next year, how hard is it to find a part-time job? Well, it depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking to make $20 an hour, it's going to be hard to find a part-time job here that pays $20 an hour. But if you're looking for just any part-time job to make a few bucks, and stay busy,
My God.
they're all over the place.
All over Home Depot. New Home
Give
Depot.
me a gate guard.
Big, yeah. And Home Depot just opened up at the end of May.
Matter of fact, I think I read in the paper 2 or 3 days ago they're getting ready to hire some more community watch drivers because of the expansion of the villages down south.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people went from Lowe's to Home Depot. Now, Lowe's is short of help on 466. If you want a job, I don't think there'll be much.
I think the Home Depot at Wildwood, when they opened up, they announced that they hired something like, I want to say, I could be wrong here, 600 people, full-time and part-time to work over there.
Where did they find all those people?
I guess. Here's what I find, that it isn't the surrounding communities that's taking up most of the jobs that we take up because they need more money. They got families to raise.
Yeah.
But around the villages area, it's nothing to go into a restaurant or anything and find somebody that's a server that's waiting on your table that's be in her 60s or 70s.
Yeah.
William, Kevin, you have a great sense of humor. Well, I appreciate that. Now it's all about having fun. And like Skip says, we're on YouTube and we can't get fired, right, Skip?
Can't fire me. Well,
one way to look
yes,
at
I
it.
can. If I ever do these things and where it says how many people's on the channel,
Yeah.
if it ever says 0, that'll be the day that they cancel my show.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Sherry Hall says that she still has a hope chest and she's hoping to bring it to Florida with her, but she's not positive yet. And it is storage.
Yeah, that's cool.
is this thing?
Well, back in the day, all the girls had a hope chest.
I didn't ask what was in it. I said, how big was it?
You've never seen one?
Most of them that I've seen, they put them at the foot of the bed.
Yeah.
Well, you could take them anywhere, even a patio villa.
Well, and that's what she said. It is storage.
Let me tell you, I think our patio villa that we had, which was supposed to be smaller, I think our master bedroom was bigger than the one we got.
Yeah. Gracie said when Costco opens, they pay very well. When Costco opens, they pay very well. But it's going to be a year or two before they get a Costco.
Yeah.
So it's coming.
It's coming.
Let's see. Jerry wants to know, when will we see your new RV videos of you fixing it?
I'm working on a video now. I went over the other day. Those of you who don't even care about RV stuff, but here lately, I haven't put a lot on there because we haven't been traveling. There's been a problem here and there. But I know I'm going to take the RV and take a scooter back home. He wants to ride in it. I don't know if I'm going to take the car or not. But anyway, and there was a couple things I wanted to make sure I had fixed first and make sure everything worked. So I went over there, and if you know anything about the Cummins generator that's on most RVs, there's a circuit breaker switch that's on the bottom part of that generator that if your air conditioner kicks on sometimes, it'll cause that circuit breaker to pop out. And you got to go out there and reset it all the time. And it protects the rest of stuff that's in there. And here's where mine kicks out, because both of us forget. She forgets and I forget. When the air conditioner's running, this is like Green Acres. I swear to God it is. If you remember him talking to Lisa saying all the electrical cords coming across, they plugged them in, had a number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He said, you can plug in anything you want as long as it doesn't add up to 6. Because when it adds up to 6 or more, it blows a fuse, right? That's the way an RV is, I swear to God.
So if the air conditioner's running, you can't plug in the coffee pot.
You can't use the coffee pot. You just have to remember that. So, and we're always grabbing that coffee pot, make a cup of coffee without even thinking. Next thing you know, air conditioner goes off. You're going like, what happened now? And then you realize, you got to go out and reset it, then come back in, shut the air conditioner off, turn the coffee pot on, make your coffee, shut the coffee pot off, then turn the air conditioner back on. And so anyway, that circuit breaker was bad. And I got a new one. And I did a video showing how to get down to this thing, how to take it out, and how to replace it. And I've had a lot of people send me emails in the past saying, when you do that, please video it, because I need to replace mine and I can't figure out how to get down to it. I'm usually pretty good at figuring things out. And I figured out how to get this one out and put the new one in. But the video, to most people, they're going to look at it going, who cares? That's the kind of video it's going to be. Who cares?
Yeah.
William,
Oh.
if they don't play Free Bird at my funeral, I'm not going.
Yeah.
A free bird, yeah.
Oh, Jerry Harris says, I have 2 hope chests if anybody wants them.
No, thank you. No more.
Yeah.
Don't, please.
Can we fit tools in there?
Sherry Hall says, nice to see I'm not the only one with a hope chest. No, at one time that was, in high school, all the girls had to have a hope chest.
But I thought when the girls moved out of the house, they were supposed to take their hope chest with them.
They did.
But then why she still got it?
They took it with them.
You said somebody on here said something about bringing the hope chest down here with them.
Yeah.
If they were supposed to give it to the kids when they left out of the house.
No, you don't give it to the kids. All the girls in high school had one they put stuff in there when they got married, for when they was going to get married. Their china, their silverware. They had all that stuff ahead of time before they got married. So when they got married, they took it with them.
They do Amazon wish list now.
Look, you don't have to go pay to see a comedy show. There's one right there.
Oh my gosh.
I remember going to her brother got married. They keep arguing with me saying I'm wrong, but I got a memory like that. They were Catholic, and they got married in a Catholic church. And I got to tell you, I never been to a wedding that took so long in my life. It just kept going and going and going. And then they were going down to the basement, I guess, for reception. So we go to the basement, and the first thing that I noticed, I remember telling Sue, I said, look at there. The preacher's smoking a cigar over here. I always thought preachers weren't allowed to smoke, but apparently Catholic preachers can.
Yeah, he sees stuff on TV and takes that for the gospel. He does. It's.
I don't care.
insane.
Do you know where 90% of the Gen Z gets their information now, their political and things information? You know where they get 90% of it? I saw these statistics. They get it from TikTok.
That's the reason, yeah. Let's see. Overjoy says, William, I'm with you. One of my best memories of Bike Week was Leonard Skinner playing at Jackson Hole. Leonard Skinner, oh my gosh, you got to see Leonard Skinner.
I like Leonard Skinner.
Oh, yes. And I don't know if you got to see the RV video where we went to the cemetery and we visited the graves of was it the Doobie Brothers? No.
It was the Doobie Brothers, but it was a famous band.
No.
Cher was married to one of them. Allman Brothers.
Yeah, Allman
We went to their
Brothers,
grave, yeah.
And I said it was really cool to see. That cemetery was really cool anyhow because of the way it was
It was so
built.
cool. All the prisoners were in there cleaning the place up. They were mowing
They
the
told us
grass.
where
They
to
were
find
wiping
it.
off the headstones.
Yeah, they told us how to
Georgia
find
still
it.
has that. It's not a chain gang anymore, but the guards are around with their shotguns sitting around, and all the prisoners are cleaning up the cemetery. I think that's a good use.
Karen and I saw Cher in Las Vegas.
Yeah, cool.
That was cool.
I like Cher. I like Cher, and I like that other broad. Wind Beneath My Wings. What's her name?
Bette Midler?
Bette Midler. I love Bette Midler. I saw her in Las Vegas one time. Just great.
Yeah, you and all the guys had a great time. Let's see. Kathy B says I had one of those.
I also like
weddings.
Pink.
Yeah.
Nobody likes Pink in my age group, but I think Pink's pretty good.
Overjoy says try one with a rabbi and a priest. Longest ceremony ever. I was starting to sway after 45 minutes, ready to pass out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're sitting there, and then they say, "Everybody, let's pray." Everybody, and then they talk this language, and all this and that, and then let's pray some more. It's like, God, man, I got to use the bathroom.
Yeah. Overjoy says saw the Allman Brothers in Watkins Glen last Woodstock type 3-day festival. The band Grateful Dead and the Allman Brothers. Oh my God.
Yeah, wow.
What a
That takes you back a
concert,
few days, don't it? Grateful Dead.
Okay. Let's see. Amy V13 says, "Ha, Pink, a big Pink fan here too, Skip.
Hey, Amy, thanks for being a YouTube member. I see you there.
A little younger than you, though.
Who is what?
She says she's a big Pink fan too, but a little younger than you.
I just appreciate the talent that some of these people's got. And Pink has got an attitude that reminds me of my oldest granddaughter. Just in your face, take it or leave it. This is the way it is. Hit me with, I told a lot of boys that would mess with her all the time. I said, I'm telling you, you go messing with her, she's going to punch you in the mouth. And she would, Allie. She would
yeah.
punch you and not even think about it.
Yeah, she'd still do it today.
Yeah, and Pink kind of reminds me of that. But the thing that I really liked about her, not just her music, is some of the stuff that she does that nobody else did. Like that little, I don't even know what you call it, the acrobatic stuff she does at the end of the show and all this and that.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's just amazing me.
It is.
Oh my God, my friend just made me a blueberry pie.
Blueberry.
Look at
How
that.
cool.
I like blueberry.
Oh, thank you so much, Pat. You're the
Well, guys,
best.
we're
So you
getting
bringing that over next Wednesday?
No. not
we're
really.
getting toward the end here.
Yeah.
So I got a few things that you might be interested over the weekend or during the week. One is tomorrow at 8 a.m. they have yoga on the square, and I got to tell you, the papers had it wrong twice, and I said they have made corrections. But anyhow, it's at Lake Sumter Landing, not Spanish Springs. But it's 8 a.m. Thursday, yoga on the square. Everybody's invited. You don't have to be a member or anything like that. And you don't have to register or anything. Just go up to the square, bring your yoga mat, join in.
Put your knee pads on.
Blondie's, the new outdoor venue at Spanish Springs.
Oh, yeah.
They have live acoustic music from 2 to 4 at the outdoor bar Thursday through Sunday. And that's at Spanish Springs. The Big Splash is coming. It's going to be, they're going to have music, contests, games, and they jump at 10:30. If you don't know what that is, everybody gets around the pool, and at a certain time, they jump into the pool. So, if you got some kids here for Camp Villages, you don't have to, but you can, at 10:30, they're going to be jumping, but they're going to have other things at the pool.
Think about this. This is a game. Everybody's standing around the pool, and on the count of 3, everybody jump in. Who wins?
I don't know. But the pools that they have is Alamanda, Cordoba, Cattail, First Responders, Franklin, Moyer, Manatee, and Saluki. And there you can get more info on districtgov.org. But that just sounds like so much fun. They also have a chocolate camp, which it's a lot of times for Camp Villages, they have so many people register for the stuff that they have going with Camp Villages, and they got a lot of stuff. But like I said, if you don't register right away, and like
Right.
me, I'm bringing the grandson down, but I didn't know up until today what days he was going to be here, so I couldn't really register him for Camp Villages. But they do have at Peterbrook chocolate. They have a chocolate camp that runs from Monday to Thursday, 11 to 2, and you don't have to be with the Camp Villages. Flippers also has a pizza camp. So, yeah, I know you would. I hear baby.
Yeah.
Petpalooza is Saturday and Sunday at the Equestrian Center there in Ocala, where you can adopt a new pet, but they have pet parades and costume contests. And then they also have something new, is what Intro to Touch Tennis. Now, I never heard of touch tennis, but they're always coming up with something new. So at 9 a.m. from this Thursday, at First Responders, they have a modified smaller court, foam balls, and shorter 21-inch tennis rackets for touch tennis. So they wanted to be able to get as many people as possible involved. So they're making it a little bit easier. They've got beach tennis, they've got the regular tennis. So this is something that if you're not really athletic, you can still join in because the balls are foam balls. The tennis rackets are smaller, and the court is smaller, just like with pickleball. They made it so more people can get involved. So anyhow, plenty of things to do this week and this weekend, and I think that's it. Oh, one more thing. You can learn hurricane outlooks with John Shuchuk, which is the Village's Weather Club. They're hosting a discussion at 1:30 Thursday at Laurel Manor for residents to learn about the methods scientists use to predict the number of storms expected in the hurricane season. You also can learn how statistical models or climate models influence hurricane forecasts. Might be something interesting since this is hurricane season. Might be interesting, that kind of thing. So the Village's Weather Club is doing that, 1:30 at Laurel Manor, Thursday. Okay, I think that's all I got. So, what do you think, Poop?
I think it's great. I think it's all good.
I see a concert for free almost every night.
Yeah.
Well, then we're out of here.
Later.
Thanks, moderators. Thanks, Jerry.
Bye, guys.
I gotta go to the store, get some sale items.
Get more food.
You know, my kids are coming next week. I gotta feed the